Säljer avbjörningar för tojar att de skulle arbeta ur förskon sammanbord kanske vi mål, större mål.
Yes, thank you. And there are many kinds of challenges when you are dealing with a Faroese text, no matter whether it's written in Danish or in Faroese. As I told you, the book I translated was written in Danish, and you might think that any Danish translator could do the job, but in fact, knowing Faroese culture, Faroese background was also very important and in some places really critical. Even though the author, Siggert Patursson, writes in Danish, sometimes he uses Faroese words. For example, one of the words, tinkanest, in Faroese it means something that, some present that you bring with you from returning from a trip. We have the same word in Russian, but Patursson probably struggled with finding its analog in Danish, so he just used the Faroese word. So a Danish translator should have found somebody knowing about Faroese in order to translate it properly. And writing about a children's game in Sibiria, he mentions a game called Kraku Fodder. In Faroese, he just translates it literally to Danish, kaya food. And as far as I know, in Danish, this game is called in English cat's cradle, but in Danish it's called katten's vuke, so the same as in English. And kaya food means just some kind of a plant. But apart from this book, I've had experiences of translating into Faroese. For example, some time ago I translated a small book from Icelandic to Faroese called Starfsmanna Handbók. It's about staff administration. And of course I had to use dictionaries, and I faced that there was a Faroese person who helped me to make everything in correct Faroese. But there were many words in dictionaries that I used which were not present in the living language, or which could mean totally different thing in real life than it stood in the dictionary. So that person just sometimes laughed at the translations. But anyway, I think this is a consequence of Faroese being a young language compared to languages of bigger countries and nations. And this means not only the period of its existence, but also the fact that it has to build up its own tradition of using words, expressions, and so on. I remember that some 15 years ago I read a discussion on a Faroese web forum about two new words, jäljiur or näiliur, positive and negative. And there were many people who thought these words were ugly. Nevertheless, today I see that more and more Faroese people are using these words, so I think it means that what seemed to be strange to the language, the more you use it in speech, in written speech, in oral speech, the more people are getting used to it, and this is just one of many little examples of how a language can be building itself up, and we are actually witnessing this process live today with Faroese. And returning to the book I translated, like everyone, I'd like to read a short passage from this book. It's about how pagan people in Siberia make animal offers at minus 65 degree in severe frost. So let's see how Russian sounds compared to Italian. У меня были некоторые сомнения насчет того, нужно ли мне было ехать с аборигенами, так как стоял страшный мороз. Минус 51,5 градусов по шкале Реамюра, около минус 65 по Цельсию. Церемония жертвоприношения, естественно, выглядела неприятно, но поскольку моим долгом было использовать все возможности для изучения обычаев аборигенов, я все-таки решился на эту поездку. Мы ехали в спешке по ровной тундре. Мили от шума остановились неподалеку от речного склона. Мы сошли с саней, привязав оленей к их левой стороне и положили жертву на снег. Voyage взял с легких саней кремниевое ружье, лук, песцовый капкан и голову дикого оленя. Трижды пронес все это вокруг шеи олененка, одновременно бормоча какие-то заклинания. После этого одна задняя нога олененка была отделена от 3 других ног, к ней привязали веревку, и одной из девушек приказали тянуть за нее. Одновременно с этим старик-слуга наложил на шею жертвы другую веревку, за которую начали тянуть 2 мужчин. Юрак слабенько ударил топором жертву по затылку, после чего посмотрел на небо и громко призвал Арканума. По воле случая над нашими головами пролетели 2 громко кричащих черных ворона. Все это провело на меня очень неприятное впечатление. So they kill the animal and then eat it.
Tusen takk.